We're in St. Joseph County, Michigan, with Judge Jeffrey Middleton presiding over a case where the defendant shot a paintball at a lady's house, then was arrested lurking around the house when police arrived and viewed her surveillance video. One would think by now that everyone knows you can't leave your house without appearing on someone's surveillance video, but I suppose there's just no accounting for some folks, is there? Also, keep your ears peeled in the middle for Storytime by Judge Middleton. He doles out at least one per case for 2025.
All right, Cody Matheny. Good afternoon, Mr. Matheny.
Good afternoon.
I haven't seen you face to face. It's been by Zoom. So you're looking pretty good, all things considered. This is file number 242193FY, People versus Cody Wayne Matheny. Mr. Matheny, the original charge is malicious destruction of property over 1,000 but less than 20,000. As of today, you've been in jail for 23 days. Mr. O'Bear, when we were here last time, had offered a misdemeanor, malicious destruction of property over 200 but less than 1,000. We discussed that. We're unwilling to take it at that time. He's advised me that the estimates of the broken windows have come back and they are under $1,000. So the charge now is MDOP 200 but less than 1,000. And I guess that's what the plea offer is. Mr. Gibson, have you had a chance to discuss that with your client?
I did. So I guess the defendant's asking for the case to be scheduled for a last pretrial and trial. I've explained to him that the charge is going to be reduced, but that he could resolve the case today. He has 23 days jail credit, and I explained to the defendant that it's possible that the court could sentence him to credit for time served, but I did explain that it's my understanding that there will be a request for restitution in this case.
Yes.
And the defendant indicated that he wanted to have a trial, is what he indicated to me.
All right, well, let's talk about that. I'm gonna grant your bond motion because the case has been reduced to a misdemeanor. In point of fact, you'd be entitled to a PR bond after 21 days. And so even if I didn't grant it, I'd have to grant it 5 days from now, but it's been reduced from a felony to a misdemeanor. Mr. Gibson brings up a point that perhaps it could be a sentence of time served. We could have a hearing about how much the restitution is. And frankly, that was sort of my inclination. I haven't heard from the prosecutor's perspective yet. This case is kind of creepy if you're in fact did it. So Mr. Robert, if you don't object, I would propose that if you pled today, I would give you credit for time served and we'd have a hearing regarding the restitution. If you don't wish to plead today, we could have a trial and I'll hear everything. And, but I won't be limited by that presumption of time served. Does that change anything?
No.
You still wish to have a trial?
So if I plead to it, you're
going to
grant
get
me
out of
bond,
jail.
right?
I won't give you any more than 23 days in jail. I'll let you out on a bond and I'll set a sentencing hearing where we'll determine how much the restitution is.
Here, I'll just take the plea then.
Well, let me ask you a couple. All right. Now I get you and your brother mixed up. Are you the one that finished your senior year of high school from the St. Joe County Jail?
No, sir.
All right, was that your brother?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Well, there was one of the Matheny's got convicted of something and was a senior in high school and was ordered to go to the probation center. And the probation center wouldn't take him unless he cut his hair. And so he said, I don't want to cut my hair. So they said, okay, you can do it from the jail. So I was proud of the kid. I thought it was a stupid arbitrary rule that you had to cut your hair to go into the probation center. And I said, no, I don't want to cut my hair. And I will do my sentence from the jail. And every day his mom drove over and picked him up at the jail and took him to high school. My wife was his guidance counselor. She bought him an alarm clock to keep in his cell, and he used the alarm clock to get up every day for school. And he graduated. And he never cut his hair. So I thought it was you. It might have been your brother or cousin, but it was a Matheny kid. Well, let's talk about this case, the case of the young guy that wouldn't cut his hair. This is, like I said, a peculiar kind of creepy thing. Your neighbor had their window shot, I think, with a paintball gun. And I'll tell you what's in the affidavit. I can find it. Your folks live on South Main Street, and the neighbor lady, Miss Zarza, said she saw a subject in a red sweatsuit in her backyard shoot something at her house. And then she looked at a small white sphere projectile and damage to her window on the bay side of her house. And they had a security video which showed someone, who apparently was you, shot her window. And then they came and they found you wearing the same sweatsuit and arrested you. What was the deal? Did you have some quarrel with this lady, or you just were screwing around?
I wasn't involved. I walked in the house and I basically got restrained.
All right, well, let's talk about this then. There is also the opportunity to plead no contest to this. If you don't wish to plead guilty, you can plead no contest. You said you wanted to get it over with. If you plead no contest, you allow that a conviction will enter. But you don't have to admit or acknowledge that you committed the offense. So if you do plead no contest, I'll use this summary as a factual basis, and I'll watch the video before I set it for sentencing. Is a no contest plea acceptable to you?
Sure.
Your Honor, can I advise of the defendant on the record?
Yes.
Just to make sure you so Mr. Matheny, you understand that if you plead no contest, that would have the same effect as a guilty plea, and so the court would find you guilty, and then you can be sentenced, and the court can order restitution, and you could be ordered to pay restitution to reimburse them for the windows up to $1,000. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, so thank you.
All right. Says that the clothes match, the shoes match. They found the shoes in your house. Your stepdad confirmed what you were wearing. We'll take a look at the video. Now, if I let you out, have you got someplace to go? Will you go back to South Main Street?
Correct.
All right, I want you to stay away from this Ms. Zarza. Do you have a way back? Somebody come pick you up?
I'm just gonna walk.
Well, I'll give you a bus pass if you want one.
That's cool. Thank you.
All right. All right, accept plea of no contest. Reduced bond to 1,000 PR. 23 days credit. Mr. O'Bear, do you have a current estimate?
Yeah, the current estimate that we've received, let me pull it up, is $840.
Well, that's more than 200, but less than 1,000.
From Clearview Glass.
They're a reputable company. All right, bond is reduced to 1,000 PR. Set sentence. Need police report. Victim input. Damage estimate. I want to watch the video. Your staff's always very helpful with those videos. They come in different formats. Sometimes I have to get IT to load a driver or something to watch them, but we'll see what the deal is. All right, so let's pick a date for sentencing out of bed. How about February 24th at 10:30?
That looks fine with me. You said 2:30?
10:30.
10:30, okay.
Anyway, I hope he cut his hair when he felt like it. I will see you on Monday, the 24th of February at 10:30 in the morning. Stay in contact with your lawyer. If I give him a bus pass, will they let him take him with it to the jail, or will I have to come? Mark and
816-4257.
816-4257.
Correct.
Okay, area code 269.
thanks.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, they give you a bus pass, they can request it to pick you up at the jail. It's 40, but I still don't think you should have to walk home. I will see you on February 23rd.
Sir,
All right, good to go.
thank you.
I think that one of the defendants that I had this morning, I think Jeffrey Yant said that he walked here this morning from Three Rivers.
Well, he was here standing, I thought he had, oh, he was talking to his relatives on the live feed. Well, he was here, so I'll give him that. We'll get Mr. Matheny a ride home.